She just found a fence right there. She was like,
No, I mean, okay, so
I mean, I love it,
yeah, it's, I have an iMac at home, and
Yeah.
so I have a MacBook. That
Yeah.
MacBook, I only use it when I'm out of the office,
but, right.
but at home, oh, this is great.
Yeah. Oh. Don't you wanna place it closer to us? Or?
If I do, then not everyone fits
The
in the
way it's not
frame.
enough?
Yeah, it's not, that's the downside, like the
Okay.
screen.
Cool.
so Gerardo, talk to us.
Well, you wanted the Taco Bell Pepsi syndrome?
Oh, please.
Okay. So, a few years ago, quite a few years ago, Pepsi decided that they wanted to get a new revenue stream.
Mm-hmm.
And to do that, they decided to acquire a soda brand, Pepsi.
Okay.
Well, when they did that, or they decided to acquire a fast food chain, Taco Bell. When they did that, all of the companies that were fast food chains that viewed Taco Bell as a competitor stopped carrying Pepsi. Coke was like, thank you so much for making that decision. Yeah.
Okay, so that.
RC Cola suddenly just skyrocketed their market share because nobody wanted to carry Pepsi because
Yeah.
now they were funding their competitor.
Yeah.
Pepsi had to then sell Taco Bell off.
So it's a short-sighted syndrome.
It's diversifying in the wrong way. You want to diversify
Sure.
in a way that doesn't make your customers your competitors. And-
Precisely. So short-sightedness of like, hey, we need a new vertical, but you didn't see the effects or possible consequences of that action.
Yeah.
Because if you would have like gone through all the channels like fully, you would have understood that like, hey, what's gonna happen like with our competition when we do this? Like
Yeah.
that question was not asked apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically any risk assessment.
Exactly. So it's like, well, if we start the domino here, what's gonna happen like over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, parenthesis. I told Gerardo
Yeah.
I made a mistake with the dates. This week has been a little bit hectic, and he came yesterday at 11 a.m.
Oh,
So
sorry.
yeah. No, it was me. It was my fault. I owe him a beer. It's okay.
Yeah, so I started a company called Dragging.io.
Wait, what?
Dragging,
Dredging?
yeah, like to drag. It's on the dry edge segment of trucking.
Okay.
And so dry edge is just basically transportation of containers
Yeah.
by truck.
Yeah.
Okay? From and to the port.
Yeah.
Right. It's a niche segment inside trucking.
Mhm.
Market size, it's around $15 billion.
Okay.
Right. And this is small inside trucking. They're very dated. The technology is almost non-existent
Mhm.
in the software solutions that they use.
Mhm.
So, and also their biggest challenge is that they don't know how to estimate their fleet capacity for the upcoming days. Why? Because there are many uncertainties, like when the container is going to become available at the port,
Mhm.
when the vessel is going to arrive, how much traffic I'm going to face,
Yeah.
how it's going to be the congestion at the port.
Mhm.
So many factors that they cannot control,
Okay.
and they don't have the tools to estimate it properly.
Yeah.
So we built a SaaS
Mhm.
for them to manage the trucking company.
Okay.
And within that SaaS, we have a set of logics that estimates the fleet capacity
Okay.
for today and for the upcoming days.
Okay.
So that results in us knowing and understanding the idle capacity of the fleet.
Okay.
Okay? Because we know, okay, you have enough loads for this week and you are at 60% of your capacity. You can still take more containers. You can still move more containers than you're moving right now.
Yeah.
So with that idle capacity, what we do is we offer it to their clients
Mhm.
through kind of a marketplace.
Mhm.
And we also offer it like to a marketplace, but the demand side cannot choose the trucking company. It's just like a real book trucks. They go on and they put the order, they select the dates, and that's it.
Okay.
Good to go. So that imagine it as a booking.com where you cannot see the hotels. More like a Priceline or Hotwire when you used to,
Just give me the cheapest option, let's
just
go.
give me, the options and just go wherever you want to go. So far, we started in December. I started this thing thanks to the owner of a trucking company that gave me $50K to develop software for him, and we took it as a two-way deal. Like, okay, I give you the software, you give me the money, I take it as an investment, I develop the product as well. So, and then after that, so we started in December. By April, we had the MVP. They started testing out, and since May, they have been using it, and we have been, improving. In October, I got another $50K from a freight forwarder. So the freight forwarders are the typical client of the trucking companies,
Okay.
right? Why? Because they have the loads, they have the containers, basically.
Yeah.
So this freight forwarder believed in the idea, understood, what we were doing, and understands the needs, basically because he suffered it. And he decides to move on, and he brings a trucking company that he uses on board. So now we have two trucking companies on the supply side, and we have two forwarders. We are developing the client side of the app, of the platform, the web app. And I mean, we're trying to do many things. One of the things was trying to improve the UI, UX of the app. Unfortunately, that went wrong. I outsourced a shop of a guy that I know, and he's super talented, but he put all the weight on his team, and his team couldn't deliver. So it was a very bad experience.
Okay.
We finished that today, actually, and practically lost 3 months of progress,
Okay.
supposed progress. So what we're doing right now, one of the things is we are in the process of signing a pilot program with CMA. CMA is a huge shipping line, it's the fourth biggest shipping line in the world, and they are very interested in trying our platform with their trucking companies. With the trucking companies they have agreements with, so they can do all the order creation and tracking of the container, get notifications, etc., all the visibility. They can get all the visibility and all the simplicity of just placing the order online and getting instant confirmation that trucks are booked for them. That those containers that they send, they're going to be pulled out of the port and delivered in the correct date.
Okay.
So we are removing a lot of back and forth between the shipper and the trucker of, I have 20 containers for Monday. Do you think you can deliver 5 on Wednesday, 5 on Thursday, 5 on... And on the other side of the trucking company, there's a guy that is in one shitty software and out of his head, and he says, call me Monday morning because I see that we're kind of busy, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to commit with all of those.
Oh my
And
gosh. So
yes.
you're optimizing the supply chain.
Yes.
Yeah.
They go back and forth with different trucking companies until they get a confirmation from the trucking companies that those containers are going to be pulled and delivered on the dates they need. And why this is so important? Because the containers they only get 3 or 4 days for free in the terminal, and they have to be pulled before the last 3 days. Otherwise, they will incur into additional charges that affects the shipper, that affects the demand side, right?
Yeah.
So if they need the supply side to commit, and since the supply doesn't understand how to accurately estimate their capacity, they're not able to confirm a lot of orders, and they are leaving tons of money on the table
Yeah.
because they don't commit, they're not sure, and they rather say, oh no, I cannot do it, than committing and then paying the fees on board.
Yeah.
So you have that issue number one. Second issue is delivering on time,
Mm-hmm.
right? Many of these freight forwarders, who are the shippers, the demand side,
Mm-hmm.
they're third parties, right? They're 3PLs, so they have a warehouse
Mm-hmm.
that they made an appointment with, and the merchandise has to go to at a certain date, at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
And if they miss that,
They have
They're-
their house, there's, because it'd be spoiled.
yeah, and a lot of, additional charges can emerge, etc. So, and the third side is returning the empty container to the port before 3 or 4 days, depending on the container type, let's say 4 days, returning it to the port, because the container itself, the box, belongs to the shipping lines. It doesn't belong to the freight forwarder, or to the trucking company, or to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So that equipment, that empty box, the metal box, the new container, needs to be returned.
Mm-hmm.
If it stays outside of the terminal longer, then the shipping line will charge the trucking company.
So there's an incentive for the trucking company to get that as fast as possible.
Right, so here's the thing, now the shipper can be the one causing the damage. Why? They tell you, oh, okay, bring me the container on Monday. So you pull it on Friday, you deliver it on Monday first thing in the morning, you hook your chassis with the container, you leave your chassis there, the container you pull there, and then dates already started counting since Friday. So the latest day you can return to the port is on Wednesday. And, is the container ready? No, not yet. Is the container ready? No, not yet. And then the container is ready 1 week after. So those additional days that the container stay outside are going to be billed to the trucking company.
Yeah.
But it's the shipper that is holding the container.
Mhm.
So that lack of transparency causes a lot of trouble on both sides.
Where does the time delay come from? Like, why is there a week delay?
Oh, because they're lazy, many reasons, right? Like they're using the container to
Human error.
human error.
Yes.
Sometimes they use the container to fill it up with something else and take it to some place else while it's not a container, it's not their chassis.
Yeah, but they're still
And-
using it.
Yeah, very shady things happen.
Okay.
So we are trying to remove all of that, and
Clearly identify who has what and at what time.
yes,
And carrying what and, yeah.
And there's-
Optimizing the supply chain. That's
Yes.
the first time I hear that.
and for the trucking company, one of the things
So
that
stop incurring all those costs.
yeah, but besides that, one of the things I believe we do best is that our software has a lot of smart indicators that allows the trucking company to perform more efficiently. So, the alert when the container is going to be left at the port, when you have to dispatch the container, if there's an opportunity to do a double move, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And all of that increases the productivity of the trucking company.
I love how you said smart indicators instead of saying our AI does the.
No bullshit.
That's why I said I love it. Like other companies would be like, our AI is like,
When
they'll
they
tell
say
you
that, you
no.
know they're not a computer program.
Yeah,
Like, as soon as they say it, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have quantum computer, I'd love to see it.
I have this blockchain
Yeah,
AI
yeah, yeah.
solution with quantum computer.
Yeah.
That will provide your smart indicators.
Yeah, no, it's simple. It's a set of logics that we have. It's more complex than it sounds, but it's simpler than
Yeah,
you know. It's nothing.
I'm joking around.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, in the on the operational side, and this is how the company started, I identified an opportunity how to make these dryage companies more efficient.
Mhm.
And the foundation of it is that they make bad decisions on the dispatching side.
based on this ignorance that they don't have the information at hand?
They make bad planning, they improvise, and when you have 50 trucks,
Chaos.
on the street,
Very easy.
and every minute counts. So ports closes a certain hour, open and closes, warehouses do the same, drivers can only drive 11 hours a day. So I started to take all these factors and I came up with a solution. Actually, Leandro helped me with that.
Yeah.
And,
Very smart.
and it was to estimate everything based on a cost per mile and minute for a trucking company.
Okay.
They have a big issue, it's how they set rates, and it's basically like market price, or they just do like this.
Yeah.
So you throw at them like a weird zip code, and you tell, I need this container to be delivered, I don't know, somewhere close Orlando, and 850. How? Why? Oh well, Orlando rate is around 875. This is a little bit, closer to us, so 850. Like, you didn't even look at the miles. Let's just start with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, okay, but let me do it mile-wise then. And then they come up with a mess because they know they have rates that doesn't make sense and they don't have a pricing structure.
Yeah.
So I said, well, this is fucked up. Not knowing their capacity is fucked up.
Yeah.
And the way I came up with the capacity is simple because you have limited amount of hours for the day. And it takes certain time to perform a task. Either it's pulling the computer from the board, delivering, returning, etc. So it's very simple to come up and understand, okay, what's your estimated capacity? It gets complex with all the actions and all the different iterations that can happen once you pull a container and all the dates that you have as limit, etc. But it's not that hard. And I said, well, I think I can improve the operation of the trucking companies.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized this while working for QuickLoad, which is a startup. Worked before, and it's the one I get to know logistics. And I was there as a head of ops, and it was merely just to manage a team. And Dryage, we struggled so bad. And I learned through talking to other people in the industry, etc., that it is a huge struggle because there's no simple solution that you can book the trucks. You cannot secure capacity.
Is there anyone doing what you're doing right now?
No, not like that. You cannot secure capacity. There's no instant confirmation. Then you have, you can get rates. But then you have to figure out the capacity, and that's the biggest.
Are all those features operational at the moment?
Yeah,
And the feedback you've been getting is very
it's
positive.
very positive. It's positive that having CMA, in the talks is,
Yeah.
is good. So the thing was that when I get into QuickLoad in the ops department, I started crushing some numbers and I said, well, the most profitable segment for us is Dryage, is the one that we're doing less because it's the most complicated. So I tried to establish relationship with trucking company owners and trying to open the market, etc. And negotiate capacity. Like, listen, I pay you in advance 40 local moves, whatsoever. And we tried many things, everything failed.
Because of the human error?
Well, usually when you have this many failures, like, okay, so I grew up in New Jersey,
Yeah.
where we have the Italian mafia.
Yeah.
If there are that many errors with your garbage being picked up, there's usually a reason you are never going to get to the bottom of why. And it sounds like if people are giving you this much of a runaround, it's because you're getting too close to, so the land fine what you have to do in this situation is say, okay, these are the people that are doing illegal stuff, and we need to just let them continue to operate in confusing manners, and these are the people who have nothing to do with that. And it sounds like in this situation, it's human trafficking and drug trafficking. Awkward topic stuff. But
It's like beyond smart.
thank you. So with this, what I would do is say, okay, if somebody's giving me the runaround, it's because they're into something illegal. I like my license tax, so I'm going to look at these people who are not doing anything illegal, and they would love to have an operational efficiency. And then with those people, what you can do is make a case study saying, we saved X amount of companies, this many millions last year by optimizing their supply chain by X percentage. And if you put that value proposition on your main website, you'll have people that are coming to you. And then when someone's giving you the runaround, just leave them, because you know that they're into something illegal.
Yeah. So surprises me how you could understand this without me telling you anything about it, and probably you don't know a lot about the trucking industry.
No.
So when I came up first with this approach, so I learned from the trucking companies what was happening, and they couldn't estimate their capacity.
Yeah.
So I said, fuck it. So I'm gonna lease a truck, and as a broker, I'm going to dispatch that truck,
Yeah.
and I'm going to understand my capacity, and I'm just going to confirm to the customers that call and say, hey, I have 6 containers, can you do those? And just give them a straight answer.
Yeah.
And that helped a lot with the engagement of the clients.
Yeah.
Progressively, we had 3 trucks at some point, and then the founder of Quickload, just trucking company owner, that decided to make a broker out of it, put some tech. He said, no, let's kill this project. This is not my vision. We want to scale as a broker, and you're doing this. This is our focus, etc. So I said, listen, okay, good.
We run with it.
So we're done. Because when I returned the trucks to the trucking companies, they all were like, why? But it was working for me, wasn't working for you, so it was working for me. So why? And then the transition comes when I return the truck to this guy and told him, listen, like, this is not gonna work. He says, why? Why don't we do it together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this
Yeah,
is
so you
cool.
found a great guys.
So yeah, give me money.
Yeah.
I'll build the software, and then I'll make your trucking company way more efficient. I'll increase revenue by 20% at least,
Yeah.
because I proved it already in real numbers. And okay, all more perfect. I started building the software, etc. And then I faced the human component where there's a dispatcher with a job that he's entitled to make all the decisions. And when the software tells him take this order, he says no.
Okay.
We're not going to
broker.
be able. Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell him, no, listen, you have the capacity. You gotta take the order. No, if you are so smart and your system works so good, why don't you take it and you dispatch from now on? So like, what the fuck? And the owner, like, that wasn't like a big moment.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I'll dispatch. So I dispatched the whole fleet for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I showed the owner how I improved the numbers.
Yeah.
And then the dispatcher was like, oh, you got my respects. And I was like, okay, so now when the system tells you to do this, you do that.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm not going to listen to any system. And we had like a very honest talk, and he told me, listen, like, I like you, we have a good relationship, but you cannot scale this.
Yeah.
Nobody will like, you know, to get a software to tell them what to do. They're not going to believe in it. It's going to be hard way. And I understood that.
That's a definition of disruption.
Yes, but you know, like they have their jobs, etc. The owners of the trucking companies, they're not very sophisticated people. So it's already hard to
Maybe I'll
sell.
cut that.
Hi guys.
You don't even know what YouTube is.
Like
So it's a very hard sell, you know, to tell them, oh, this software will improve your efficiency, blah, blah, then to disrupt user behavior and teach them how to use the software, etc. Too hard, right?
Yeah.
So I say, crap, what do I do now? And this was back like in August,
Yeah.
and I said, fuck, you know, I'm not going to let this die. What should I do? And then I started thinking, I said, okay, I have the capacity, available capacity, sales, so let me sell it. Let me
Yeah.
just offer it, right? And that's when I started talking to different performers. I actually just talked to 2. And
Yeah.
one of them said, yes,
Yeah.
this is it. And he gave me the money, etc. And then in November, I just got additional from a friend, not a strategic at all. But right now we are at this point where, okay, we're trying to do a pilot test with CMA, we're working the details, etc. But what you said is very interesting.
The trafficking?
The legal stuff, right? By the numbers. So I do like an initial calculation to understand the trucking company costs,
Yeah.
and I assign, okay, this is how much your minute costs, this is how much your mile cost,
Mhm.
and I just simply run all the delivery locations and I get the rates.
Mhm.
And I see the rates that they're charging, and there's no way they can make profit. Right?
Yeah.
So that only gives you one straight answer. And you know, I had that when I had the first conversation with the second trucking company. I told him, no, listen, like we get your capacity, you know, you're going to improve your efficiency, etc. Blah blah blah. And the guy told me right away, you're selling this wrong. You just have to tell me that I'm going to make more money with this. I'm going to sell more.
Yeah.
So, okay, good. Then, you know, that was the process of iteration. Then we revisit that in October and see, you know, like things were working out. Then in December he came on board.
Yeah.
So right now I have these two trucking companies, 75 trucks in total. The idea is that CMA brings 3 trucking companies that they use, and that for me is going to be the make it or break it.
Okay.
If these 3 companies, at least one of them, come on board,
Mhm.
then we are on a good track. Because the hard thing is to convince them to switch their shitty software that they use
Mhm.
for a new one. That's going to make them more efficient, and most likely they will have to fire people because it's not useful anymore. A lot of people.
Yeah.
So you know it's disrupting, and they don't like that. But the shipper, the demand side of the marketplace is the one telling their suppliers, you gotta get this, you gotta be more, right? So that's the strategy that I'm trying to follow. Because if I go to a trucking companies directly and say, hey, I'm here, just have this software, you know, this is, you can do this, you can get that, you can be, you know, you can sell more with this, you know, but we like what we have already.
Mhm.
We don't have any complaints. And if it's not the shipper that is actually pushing,
Mhm.
they won't switch.
Do you have others in the pipeline aside from CMA?
Yes, so I have a different type of mix, which is a shipping line that they own a dryage company. They're the owners of the dryage company. They own a terminal in Puerto Gates. So they have the whole chain, right?
Yeah.
And their trucking company operates very inefficiently. And it's because they just move the containers off their shipping line. They don't have like real like market out there. They just move their own containers, etc. But the thing is that they do serve clients that are using the shipping line as a whole solution.
Mhm.
So that last segment of delivery counts as service. Why? Because I'm importing containers from Italy. I want them on my warehouse in Doral on Friday, and you're not delivering on Friday. You're delivering on next Thursday. Like, so you're giving me bad service. They probably don't know if it's a trucking side, if it was a vessel or a terminal, or what happened.
And then the human component just throws the ball around like, oh, it's his fault, his fault, his fault.
Yeah.
You never get the real information.
Yeah. So when I get to know,
Also better. This morning I sent him a video and it was a bot serving drinks. And he was like, do you trust bots more than humans? And it was like, well, there's no human error.
I mean, her machine, if you haven't noticed, like touch her, like it's metal.
yeah, but it's true. I was reading an article this morning about how robots are outperforming in Wall Street.
Yeah.
It was in my review. So yeah. So back to the point. Yeah. So I met the guy in charge of the trucking company, who's the son of the owner of the corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when I met him, the guy went to Babson, young guy. I said, this is perfect fit, right?
Yeah.
stage, very good communication, he understood everything, and he tells me, well, there's only one problem. I just paid 45K for a license of a new software, and we have been using it since August, and I just have to amortize that license payment. It's a lifetime license, and then I will have only to pay like 15K a year or something like that. And I do the math and I say, well, listen, like my software will cost you 18K. So, you know, we can, yeah, like if
Put that into
you,
play as well.
those 3K, if you divide 45 by 3 is 15 years. So, I mean, what we can do is I can discount, you know, the monthly, the yearly payment, and it's
How much
okay.
would it cost to operate that client?
Cost?
Yeah, like
Cost
your
of
cost.
internally. How long this is recorded, I don't
Oh.
know.
No, I mean,
Without getting into specifics,
if
what I'm going to is.
it won't cost anything else, honestly, like server wise, etc. Probably $200 a month.
The way I'm
And
going,
how much time are you spending on it, because you have
Yeah.
to budget your time in as well.
Well, the onboarding process is the only time where probably we have to.
the reason why I'm asking is, and please, please jump in, is what I see is that you're trying to get that anchor client, so you create those case studies. So you want the
Yeah.
CMA, you want this
I
company
want a
here.
big plan, yes.
Because when you, it's a top-bottom approach, so it's like you
Correct.
get the top, and it's like, hey, by the way, this client uses this client uses this,
Yeah.
client uses. So maybe put that into your expenses, like giving that like a
Marketing expense.
heavy discount, so that you just engage with that client if the pushback is financial. So just tell them like, calculate your cost, like including your onboarding and everything cost, and just like, hey, use it for like net zero gain, but that's like a Trojan horse for everything else.
So this is the thing, I offer this guy 50% off. And I told him, listen, for me it's okay, I just want you to use it. You can fill the idle capacity of your trucks with more orders, because right now what they do is they outsource, when they have overflow of orders, they outsource.
Yeah.
You don't have reason that you can be more efficient and reduce the outsourcing that you do, so you get more profit, etc. So, you know, he's against the ropes somehow, because he feels like if he changes now,
He's losing money.
he made a shitty decision in the moment, and he doesn't want his family to look at him like, oh, you messed it up.
But he didn't, your solution wasn't available yet, so that's what
Right.
he presented,
Yeah.
is a better solution came out.
Yeah.
And you said that to him.
Or complemented, like, it's not that it's being excluded, because if it's a thing of image, more than anything else, just how do you play in parallel rather than completely
Or at
replace
least that is an old school guy, and, you know,
Okay, so like,
I spent all this money in the YouTube apps, and then they
Yeah.
make this decision.
I mean, mistakes are part of life, right? Maybe he wasn't.
Oh.
I think it was a terrible decision for him to pay for that license, honestly, because the
Yeah.
software that they have is not very different to what everybody uses to come here.
Yeah.
It's kind of shit as well. Yeah.
So what do you think, Adam?
Okay, so you don't have an initial client yet.
Initial client.
You have your initial client.
Two
set.
clients.
Yeah, I have 2 trucking companies and I have 2 freight forwarders.
So you can build case studies with those.
Yes, and I'm in the process of that.
Okay.
But
You only need like.
I see this big fish
Yeah, and you want the big fish.
and I want a big fish.
Okay.
Everything else is just like, okay, we're doing it, everything is going good,
Yeah.
but I want the big fish so bad that probably, you know,
Can I see what your website looks like right now?
my website
You don't have a website?
is a waiting list. So yeah, that's. I knew we were going this direction. When I saw her, and I thought, okay, this is gonna be a task. Actually, I was writing like stuff that we need to do,
Yeah.
And I think I put website here. Yeah, improve the website, integrate order creation API with the website.
Okay.
So those are things that, yeah. So this is all I have. Nothing
Oh.
else.
Okay, so when you took that 2 weeks to test where you rented the trucks and you improved efficiency by so much, and then took the 2 weeks where you rented, I don't know the terminology, something else, and you outperformed that professional dispatcher,
Mm-hmm.
I would put those case studies up. Like, hey, I'm a rookie, and look what I did in 2 weeks. If I could do that in 2 weeks before creating the software, what do you think
Okay.
I can do now? Like, just putting those numbers out there, because when people make the purchasing decision, it's 95% emotional and it's 5% logical.
How a rookie
Yeah, and that,
professional
that could also go to a reporter.
picture with plus 50 years of experience.
I'm sure Leandro knows somebody that can do that in the Miami Times.
Yeah.
There you go, you're done. Trump card. And then his father could be like, you talked to this guy and you said no! Are you kidding me?
That's very good.
If it's in the news, it's real, right?
Yeah, for some people.
Really? Alright.
Now I'm gonna give you some.
Yeah.
No, so I still have the company website. So what happened? Let me catch up on what
Yeah,
I'm doing.
this is
Yes.
what I saw, and I was like, I don't remember this website like this.
No, so the $1 Million Pineapple, which is what,
Yeah.
from 2017,
Mm-hmm.
now has several brands that it owns.
Okay.
So MD9 is the consulting growth solutions.
Right.
We have a strong launch program, we have
Mhm.
marketing automation and CRM, and then we have diagnostic solutions. So for instance, growth stalls, we help them. They have issues with conversion rate optimization, social media optimization,
Mhm.
social optimization. Yeah. If you want to look at my case studies page and copy it according to what you've done, by all means go for it. Right, the name of the company, where they are, what happened, the results. Really simple. But something just like this one people love to look at. I
Yeah.
go, this is what we did each year.
Mhm.
So it gets them really excited. And then I have the testimonial. So
Awesome.
that's,
And I can pull the data from Power BI of the weeks that I just had.
yeah, that's perfect. If you can show people numbers, like a case
Mhm.
study, and this is the other thing. So this is my personal website, the
Mhm.
resources.
Mhm.
What I wanted to show you was journal website content checklist. So this is what you want to have on your page, on your website, not only for social proof, but your website has to optimize for two audiences: bots, algorithms,
Yeah.
and humans.
Mhm.
So this checklist kind of just makes sure that you have everything for both the bot users and the human users. Search page checklist. But that you can just read through and do yourself. And then the other one. Okay, so how to land more cold leads on LinkedIn. This is like a really smooth process that makes people feel comfortable with you by
Mhm.
building up passive brand impressions. And with that guy and his dad, you could, this playbook, I would get your website done and your, how a rookie be a 50-year professional. I would
Mhm.
put that up first, and then I
Okay.
would run this play with them. This website, Nine Apple, is basically friends and family kept bothering me for free advice. I just built a portal.
Here's a handbook.
This is their roadmap. This is like,
Yeah.
this is what you do. Step 1 through 12 of how to launch your company. Please leave me alone. And then Addy Pineapple. This is literally all of my checklists, just so like when I'm meeting with people, I can quickly access them and tell them what to look at. But so you can feel free to utilize
Cool.
both of these. Let me know what you think.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, definitely, this is one of the things that is bothering me. Because also I applied to a couple of accelerators back in October, and of course it was too early.
Yeah.
I'm still early.
No, okay, so the thing that you're going to get as pushback that you have to be able to see through is the human trafficking thing. As soon as people hear that you're working in trucking, some people, they immediately hear, you're going to be going against the big dogs, who do human trafficking, drug trafficking.
No, okay. Yeah, human trafficking not with containers, definitely. No, that's out of the question. But probably they do weird stuff in the containers. Because I don't understand how trucking companies have such low prices and they make a profit, and you see the owners
Yeah.
with
Ferraris, watches.
gold chains and building buildings in their yards and stuff like this. This doesn't help, right? Something's here. Honestly, it's not my.
Not your issue, not your problem, not.
I mean,
It's
it's
like-
not like that I like it or anything, but I'm not the one
Market
putting on the
reality.
fight. It's just like, okay, just
Avoid those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
So question, what other ports are you looking into?
New York. So I had an approach back in.
I'm asking because Miami is probably a little bit heavy, I have no idea, but my assumption would be that since the proximity to South America is so close, you're
Yeah.
gonna get these people with the trucking companies that make no profit but are still
Yeah.
walking around.
Virginia would be really good for you.
Yeah,
So the headquarters of CMA is in Norfolk.
Oh my god, that's what I was gonna say, Norfolk is like the greatest.
Yes, and
Yeah.
how many outdoors there?
Well, and not in Virginia, but with them, when we were, talking about, okay, where we do this pilot program, they asked me, okay, do you have presence in any other markets besides Miami? I said, no, but I would love to. And then they said, okay, we love that too, but first let's run it in Miami because we have several issues there. So if we know,
Yeah, but those issues could maybe not be solved.
If you get your website up, get that case study up, and then send it to me, I have a very heavy hitter in Norfolk that I can call and make the introduction. But they're going to wanna see case studies. So you
Okay.
have to say, we outperformed the professional by this much, and here's like a few other things we did. They're going to look at numbers.
okay,
Motivation to finish your website.
good, okay, definitely do that, I'll definitely do that. The other thing I wanted to do is integrate, the order creation, API here. We have everything built in internal APIs, don't cry.
Don't cry.
Smart man right here, like already throwing the like, hey, by the way,
Yeah,
just in case.
I mean, I could have done a label, but don't cry, it's more. This is like the platform, how it looks right now,
Okay.
for the trucking side. It looks very shitty,
No, I think this looks nice.
but you don't have to be nice.
The red, green, yellow, like for user behavior is so easy to communicate to people. They
Yeah.
like they go in and it's intuitive.
And look, what,
Yeah.
80% of the market use is here in South
Okay.
Florida.
So that's what I should say. I think that looks nice because I'm used to seeing this crazy thing. Yeah.
You see? And this runs on a remote server on a Windows machine that uses Windows 98. And
That looks, yeah, if you compare the two, and you could just do a screenshot of the two next to each other, like, which would you rather use for your workday?
yeah, so we were trying to polish all of these and mainly these, which is this patching tool.
I would just put like 20 px padding on either side.
Oh, okay. And then we had some prototypes actually you probably know the person, so I'm gonna be very discreet. Names.
You can write it down maybe.
No, my user interface people are in Colombia and India. I don't.
But you know people here,
Yes.
and he's well known. So
We'll leave it at that.
No, I'd love to know who to avoid.
I actually got an email today, like, is this a person that you were talking about, the bad actor? Precisely because of like these type of issues.
I think if he put the time, it would have been amazing results because 10 minutes of his work
Yeah.
works like 15 hours of somebody else.
Yeah.
UI UX wise. But unfortunately he put his team to work to do the work, the heavy lifting, and they cannot lift it. Honestly, it's just depressing. Oh no, I don't find the screen. It's awesome. I wanted to show you some mock-up of what they were doing.
Well, LinkedIn.
Anyway.
Send it to me.
So yeah, I know style-wise, interaction-wise, like when to create an order, etc.
No, this is, okay, let me tell you why this is great. Blue is supposed to invoke the emotion of trust. So when people see blue, they're supposed to be logic-based and know that they can trust this because it's based on logic. So you're using blue, but you're using a slightly lighter shade of blue and it has a warm undertone, so it's going to make people feel more comfortable being on your platform for
Okay.
long periods of time. It's not going to give them ocular strain. Then you have the reds. You have, this is a light background, but it's not too white, so it's not going to hurt their eyes again. When you have the red, that's supposed to draw their attention. It doesn't look that bad. I think you're more concerned than you need to be.
Probably yes.
Probably yes.
Okay, I've seen better, I've seen worse. I think that this looks great right now, as it is.
Yeah.
Eventually we'll have a UI UX person that'll be
Mhm.
in-house full time, and
But
then
right
you
now
can
it's-
have, yeah, for what you're doing right now,
That sells.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
The simple comparison from one to the other, like,
It's intuitive.
mm,
That's the biggest thing you wanna go for. Can somebody come to the website and
Right.
find what they need easily? This, I would change the order and use drop downs, but everything else,
That's one of the things that I can take away of this experience is, the reorganization of the menu, we're gonna do it, it doesn't take much. It's just, probably 10 minutes. It's laziness at this point, not laziness, the developers are focusing on
other things.
more important aspects right now.
80/20, yeah.
Yeah, we just finished this relationship today. We're expecting, so what they build. You gotta control yourself.
Just bring her in.
no, Pedro let her out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think of that Pedro's like,
She is not letting him get away with it.
okay. She was barking?
Yeah.
Why?
And then let her ask you why it's really great.
It's really stressful.
Yeah.
I think she's really bad.
Okay. I'll take her in.
Is is that why she's
She holds it for like 6 hours. I think it's like this kind of emotion.
That's normal. If Layla's whimpering like that, it's like, give me the bathroom right now.
Oh no, this is her when she sees people.
Okay.
Yeah. She might pee. Probably not.
Hi.
Alright, girl. Yeah. Calm down. Calm down.
Okay.
Yeah. But I need to get her used to these environments. And this is what, the third time I brought her? So,
Hi. How are you nurturing?
So this is the only thing that we can use from that experience. It's the menu, they
Oh, this is what
organize-
they designed?
Yeah, they organized this. They were trying to implement this screen with a new improved design, and it was a shit show, honestly. This is after
3 months?
of development, 5 weeks.
No, that is really bad.
It is super bad. Super bad. And I have been, struggling with them for the last 4 weeks.
And wait, the blue one is what you did yourself?
Yeah. I was trying to get some help. No, but if you
you're just better than the professional you
Listen, if you look at the design, it bothers me because I kicked them out of the channel, and I think I lost that screenshot, but we have everything back in GitHub, etc. I don't trying to pull that out right now. But the thing is, design-wise, it was looking very good.
Yeah,
When they tried to implement it, it was chaos. So that's what happens when you hire a
rookie.
UI UX shop and they upsell you to, no, let me, I have an excellent team on the front end that's gonna be great. And they don't.
No, it's also when you try to get a rookie to do a professional's job.
Yes, so this is rookie job. This
Yeah.
is junior developer, like out of a boot camp kind of job.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with them, just,
No, it's just,
No,
you need
they're
someone more
fine, but you
experienced.
need somebody to go over their work.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that was a promise first, because they wanted like, okay, help me, reorganize the elements and colors and style, interactions maybe, so when you create an order, like right now the process, so you go here, you select the client, you do whatever, and all the info, so this button were missed at the beginning, the users were missing this, so okay, let's not show this, let's just have this bigger button, blue maybe, just click on it, and then we display the site, interactions. I'm not the expert on this, and I have so many ideas for this, but I said, you know what, let me take a step back, let me have a professional to do what they know, let me focus on the business side, and I already do a lot of things on the product. The
Yeah,
product
do you have
side,
other options
and
here?
with the developer, I work very closely, we do code reviews, etc. So like, I don't have more time for this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So let me just outsource a very simple task, and it was nice.
And that's from someone highly recommended. So you're looking for someone right now?
I worked with him before.
I'm asking to see how fast you can find another agency or.
Right now,
whatever
my
it is.
concern is not about, it's not UI UX anymore. I'm actually meeting a friend that she's super good designer, and just going to ask her, okay, just colors, 50 minutes. Color wise, and maybe do a logo for me. I don't have a logo, so that's it, and then move on.
just take it easy. Okay, this is my branding checklist. People who want to make like frou-frou emotional decisions, I'm like, what color speaks to me? Don't like this checklist. If you're like, I wanna get this shit done so that I can move on to actually running my business, this checklist was crazy for you.
Awesome.
So, it's pick your archetype. Here's the 12 of them. Go to this, click on this, it'll open up a Pinterest board where you can look at all of the different archetype boards. Then,
Benchmarks.
yeah,
Okay.
your name, okay. Here's the rule of naming, great TED Talk. It's a 5-minute TED Talk.
Awesome.
Okay, here you have to pick out your colors. Go here, there's a bunch of color palettes. You follow the rule of 60-30-10, and this explains that rule.
Mm-hmm.
But these are just like, do these things and you will look like a big brand. And people will sign off on working with you faster. If you wanna have somebody come through and make frou-frou decisions, they can, but if you want to just sit down for a night, have a beer, knock this out, this
Yeah.
is, there you go.
Does it have to be with a beer?
It doesn't, I request whiskey, but you can do whatever you want.
Great.
Yeah, so there you go.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Very pleased to meet you, Andy.
It's good to see you too.
Yeah, how long since you haven't seen each other?
2017.
3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Years.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Well, I haven't been in Miami too much, and now
Already?
I'm starting to get plugged back into the local ecosystem. Yeah.
So where were you spending most of the time?
So I ended up going a lot onto different client locations. So, Silicon Valley,
Okay.
New Jersey, New York City, London, Virginia, yeah, I'm like trying to think where, Texas,
Wow.
Latin America,
All over.
Israel, Europe, yeah, nothing in APAC, nothing in Asia or Australia recently, but, yeah. So now,
Nice.
connected with Julio to start getting plugged back into those databases.
Great,
Yeah.
sure.
But,
You're doing consulting?
yeah,
Yeah.
and I still do the strong launch program, so like helping startups to get traction in the beginning to grow quickly.
You probably remember him, Alfredo. Back then, he was about to join Papa. I don't know if you heard